In the last 4 months, Fujifilm has released its latest cameras with the X-H2S, the X-H2, and has just announced the Fujifilm X-T5. Now you might be wondering which one is right for you, and I can understand that because there are a lot of specs and a lot of things to go through. So in today's video, we are going to talk about those 3 cameras and find out which one is right for you. Alright, so first let's talk about the X-H2S. The X-H2S, S standing for speed, has a stacked 5th generation 26.1 megapixel sensor. This sensor allows for 4K 120 fps, 6.2K 30p, internal ProRes 422HQ, and also supports Blackmagic and ProRes externally through HDMI. It also has 7 stops of in-body image stabilizations and can support up to 40 frames per second when it comes to shooting stills with the electronic shutter. As it is in its name, the X-H2S focuses on speed with improved frame rate for stills and videos, and a CF Express slot to accommodate for that. Now when it comes to ergonomics, the X-H2S uses PASM dials with a digital display for your setting and several custom positions on that PASM dials for you to set up your camera the way you want. The X-H2S also comes with a fully articulated screen and comes at $2,500, which makes it the most expensive option among those 3 cameras that we're going to discuss today. Now let's move on to the X-H2. The X-H2 features a 5th generation 40 megapixel X-Trans sensor that allows for 8K 30p, 6.2K 30p, 4K 60 and up to 160 megapixel stills using the pixel shift technology. It is also important to notice that the new sensor will have a base ISO of 125 instead of the 160 that you can see in the previous generation sensors and also on the X-H2S. The X-H2 does not support ProRes internally, but supports ProRes and Blackmagic codec externally using HDMI. It has the exact same body as the X-H2S, except from the S in front, meaning that you will have the same PASM dials, the latest EVF of Fujifilm, the fully articulated screen, and the X-H2 comes at $2,000. Now finally, let's talk about the Fujifilm X-T5 that has just been announced. The X-T5 has the same sensor as the Fujifilm X-H2, the 5th generation sensor, 40 megapixel, and allows for the same capability of videos, 6.2K 30p, 4K 60p, but does not allow for 8K videos. On the X-T5 you can also produce 160 megapixel pictures using the pixel shift technology. And one of the big difference of the X-T line compared to the X-H line is the dedicated dials for ISO, shutter speed and exposure compensation on top of the body. Additionally, the X-T5 will come with a 3-way tilt screen instead of the fully articulated design that we can see on the X-H2 and X-H2S version. The X-T5 will also come without a battery grip option, which can be useful if you want to have extra battery life and the extra vertical grip. Also, the X-T5 will not come with a CF Express slot, but with a dual SD card slot. And finally, it will be priced at $1,700, which makes it the cheapest camera in the lineup that we are discussing today. Alright, so now that we are done with the specs and that you understand a bit more what we are dealing with, let's dive a little bit more into who would want each one of these cameras. As I said before, the X-H2S is focused on speed. If you're shooting wildlife sports or maybe some events where you cannot miss any shot and you need that high frame rate, the X-H2S is basically the camera that you should go for. Additionally, if you need slow motion in your 4K videos, the X-H2S is basically the only camera that will allow you to achieve 4K 120 fps. The combination of a higher frame rate and a better autofocus makes the X-H2S the camera that you should go for if you are in absolute need for speed. The Fujifilm X-H2 is focused on resolution. If you're in need of 8K videos, either because you need the 8K or you need the flexibility of being able to reframe in post, or if you need high resolution stills but you are more into the PASM dial design, then you should go for the X-H2. It will produce great results, in my opinion, for professionals that are in need for high resolution for both stills and videos, although that I would say that is geared more towards video users that want a high quality footage within a small and compact body. Additionally, the fact that the X-H2 and the X-H2S both come with a fan option that you can add on your camera to make sure that it will keep cool all the time, makes them more suitable for videos. So if you're mainly a video user, you would want to check those two models. Finally, the Fujifilm X-T5 that has just been announced is positioned as a photography first camera with dedicated dials on the top and a 3-way tilt screen that has also great video capabilities up to 6K. I think that Fujifilm tried to make it more accessible using an older version of the EVF or removing the CF Express slot, and I think that most users should go for the Fujifilm X-T5 if you're not in need for the 8K or the 4K to 120 FPS. I think that the Fujifilm X-T5 will perform just fine. So if your priority is to take high resolution images and also you want to be able to take videos on the side, I think that the Fujifilm X-T5 has basically everything you need. I think that Fujifilm did a great job this time segmenting its market and providing us with options to choose from. Personally, I'm pre-ordering my Fujifilm X-T5 today, and you can be sure that there will be more videos about it on this channel, so make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any. Let me know down in the comments which camera you are going to pick, and if you missed it, check out this video right here where I take you to the streets of Tokyo using the Fujifilm X-T4. See you there!